I actually met a woman in Dubai that saw the both of us present in the Excel Center a year and a half ago. And she came up to me and said, Brian, you were on stage with Robert, blah, 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 blah. So it's just amazing. And the other thing about Dubai I like, Robert, is that it attracts people who have an entrepreneurial mindset, because everybody goes to Dubai with an intention. Whether you're one of the girls at those tables you mentioned, or you're a taxi driver, or you're a builder, or you're an entrepreneur, or a Bitcoin person, you go there, leave your country because you know you're gonna make more money, more opportunities. So everyone there hustles, everyone there moves fast, and it's a refreshing place to be. When I come back to London, I see a bunch of zombies, Robert. But in Dubai, I feel like the energy and it feels like my people. Do you feel that too?
I tell you what, when they open up they want to check your watch and then your collar, they're in there for the money. I loved it. I had such a good time there. But you've got to see it. You know what I mean? You got to see it before. It's the new world right now.
Yeah.
It is so.
It's beautiful to know a place like that exists, because if you spent your time in the States and in Europe, and someone said there's this magical place where you can go, where there's zero taxes, there's no crime, everything's clean, and you can do what people want to do, which is build your business and raise your family how you want to. People will be like, that's impossible. That would never work. What are you talking about? But then when you go there, you realize it is possible. And the people that are there, they're happy to be there. And all you have to do is follow rules. The same rules you would follow if someone invited you over to their house for dinner. Guess what you do? You don't spray paint the place. You don't camp out in their family room. You don't spit their food out. You just treat it with respect. And if you don't want to be in the house anymore, you leave. And that's what I tell people in Dubai. Just treat it as if you're going to someone's house and say, thank you. I appreciate that. And then everything's fine.
And the thing that's interesting about Dubai, there's so much money. Their ideas are bigger. Like, did you see that project, The Trench or something like that?
Oh, I think I've just seen it published, right? It's like
the trench so big that it'll be a whole ecosystem going across the desert.
Yeah, it's like a big garden ecosystem or something like that. Yeah.
But their ideas, because they have so much money, their ideas.
They think so big, Robert. Like when I stay in JBR right next to the Palm, and I do my walks in the morning, just to get my mind right in the morning. And I just look around and I'm like, look at the vision here and the execution. It's the most man-made beachfront property in human history, and probably will be for a long time. These guys think big, and it puts the reflection right back to me and saying, well, what are you doing today? So the other thing about Dubai, Robert, is that if you think you're rich in Arizona or California or New York, go to Dubai, because you're nothing in Dubai. I know a guy who has some Bugattis there, and he put a video out the other day when he showed his Bugatti and he showed some other cars, and he said, in Dubai, there's always someone with a bigger one.
What the London Real Investment Club actually does for you, it gives you the keys to open that door to the inside deals. In the last 3 weeks, I've participated in 3 incredible deals: a layer 2 Bitcoin protocol, an incredible AI protocol. The deal flow is beyond what I expected. I don't think I've ever seen a model like this that just gives average folks the opportunity to be behind the deals, and that's exactly what we've done. Not only that, you get to hang out with Brian Rose every week. And for me, that was huge, because I look at Brian as somebody who's not only an expert in the space, and I think is on the leading edge, but just the leading edge of thought with London Real and the work he's doing there. To anyone who's taking a serious look at this, I know it's a big decision. It was a big decision for me and my family, and it is one of the best decisions I've ever made. So I wish you all the best, and hope you come join us.
And so it's very humbling, even if you think you're a successful entrepreneur, because there's people in Dubai that are on a level 10 or 100 times more than you. And if you're the kind of person that's not intimidated by that actually is motivated by that, then it's a beautiful place to go, because you're being pushed constantly. How big can you go? How big can you dream?
And that's what happens. Anybody listen to this, if you had $100 billion, you can't say I can't afford it. And then the question would be, what are you going to do? Yeah. And there's no constraint. There's no, we can't afford to do something. Their ideas are so much bigger. People I was talking to, we can do this, we can do that, because there's so much money driving it. So it was refreshing as compared to, You listen to some of the people on why you should live below your means, and get your 401k,
Yeah.
60-40. So different.
It's so different, and the government runs it like a business. And if you don't get the job done, they don't slack on deadlines. If you don't get the job done, you get fired. And they're constantly getting customer feedback, which you would think for a government would not be doing that. Compare it to an American government. They run it like a business, and they're serious about those marks. Again, just the opposite of what most governments do.
Going to Dubai took the brakes off of my brain, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I go, can I afford it? Can I afford it? Well, how much does that going to cost me? You don't have those brakes on your brains in Dubai.
Yeah. I quote you all the time, Robert, to my students. And I say, Robert Kiyosaki said to me once, he said, Brian, a poor person says, I can't afford it. A statement closes the mind. You said this to me in our interview in Phoenix. And then you said, a rich person says, how can I afford it? A question opens the mind. And I always tell them, Robert doesn't mean rich on paper. That rich person might have $0 in their account, but they're thinking rich. And the poor person could have $1 million in their account, but they're thinking in a poor manner. And that's one of the many lessons I learned from you, Robert.
And it's even worse than that. A lot of it has to do with your parents. Like most professional athletes, they're millionaires at 25 and bankrupt 10 years later.
Right.
So money doesn't make a poor person rich. Right. If you can understand that one.
Wow. Yeah. That's heavy.
Wow.
That's heavy. And that's why I think you get so angry when you talk about your friend that's not educating his 4 daughters, because you know that even with his wealth and all that, that's not going to save them, because they're going to go on their own journeys. And the best way to make them rich is to educate them, right?
Well, who's responsible for your child's education but you?
Yeah.
It's not a rich man, but he doesn't care. I'm going,
yeah,
teaching your kids.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.